Hi guys, welcome to Buildapalooza, your BotPod.com series for discussing all the frenzies, wildness, and excitement of building a business. Whatever business, by everyday young people in Nigeria. I'm your host, Kelechi. Today I have a very magical guest, very magical guest. The founder and chief producer, Rock Magic If, Onyedikachi Agwasiem, aka RockLaswag. How are you doing?
I'm good, man.
You're welcome, brother.
It's nice to meet you.
Yes.
It's nice to see you again.
So Kachi is a childhood friend, and we're here to discuss, the business of film.
That's why you're calling me Kachi.
Yes. The business of film, right? This is a very big industry. Let's just give a background of Kachi's business before we commence.
I'm now known as Rock.
RockLaswag. So RockLaswag's business, that is Rock Magic If, has co-produced
about four projects.
Four projects, and they were recently nominated for the Toronto International Film Festival.
The debut, the one we
for
have,
a debut movie.
Yeah, we had four co-produced projects, and finally, in 2021, we had our debut film, which we started its production, and the production ended about 2023. And by God's grace, we have been selected at the Toronto International Film Festival 2024's edition. And I'll say it's an honor.
It's an honor indeed, indeed. What excites me about this is the fact that I have known you for a long time. Yeah. And that is the essence of this podcast, business
since
by...
we were kids.
Yes, business by everyday young people. How you can start a business from nothing, and grow it to the point of receiving a nomination. That's massive. Let's talk about your how you started. How did this start? Movies, films.
How it started. It started way back since I was a kid, acting, movies, creating a world of my own. My mom got me novels, and I was exposed to a lot of reading from my dad. He always forced me to read, those novels and rewrite them. So it in turn did something to my brain. I was able to create and recreate. So I went into acting, went into dramas. Anywhere possible I get the opportunity to act, I will do that. At that time, there was one production around our area. I also went, we just did everything I could. And stepping up, I went to study film in school, in college at University of Nigeria. And from there, I went on to NYSC. From NYSC, I connected with a colleague of mine from school who was working at the Johnson set as a props master.
Johnson's that we know.
The Johnsons, yeah.
Oh,
so cool. I linked up to him. I told him, boss, I've finished NYSC. What can I be doing? Just help me. He said, okay, I should come around. I came around. I was just coming around. I was going. They feed me. The production house feeds. The production house actually fed us, not just him. They took care of me, and they gave me an extra role. I joined him as his assistant props person, and I learned a lot. From there, it motivated me. I went for African International Film Festival. I was there are a lot of opportunities I tried out.
Yeah.
Coming up after NYSC, and it kept So I had to move in to stay with my brother at Port Harcourt. During that period, I didn't do anything film because that was a new place, new environment. So from there, but I still kept in touch with
film.
Yeah, the people I connected, because on the Johnson set, I connected with Chinedu Ikedeze. He literally became like a brother to me, an elder brother. Most times he used to drop me off. He showed me a lot of love. Spiff, then I had.
So all these things culminated into the dream of starting your own production.
Yeah, the dream of starting my own production had always been there, but it can't just come into reality because you don't have the means. Okay. You have to get to a stage.
So it's a journey.
Yeah, I realized that you have to get to a stage first.
And you have to pay your dues.
Yeah, paying your dues really matters. And it comes naturally. It comes with your commitment to your cause, because it's in the part of your cause. So it's something you have to do, because then paying your dues literally means, like, I was coming from what, if you're, come on, you're Likusian now. Waterside. You know Waterside? From Waterside to OPEC. I was staying at Waterside with one of my guys. And from there, I was going to OPEC it was close to Badagry or so.
Oh, wow.
Where the Johnson's set was. So every day, I spent like 4 hours
on the road.
Going and coming. 4 hours.
And that was because of the passion.
Yes, I just had to keep going every day, So that was how I kept going. In Port Harcourt, I linked up with, I kept in contact with the old people I knew. And one of my friends told me to come to Abuja. I wanted to come to Lagos, but on second thought, I saw that Abuja is a place where it's an untapped place. We have a lot of natural resources. We have a lot of things happening in Abuja. We have a lot of aesthetics. We have landmass. There are a lot of things we can replicate here in Abuja. In fact, we can replicate literally everything.
It looks like a good...
a gold mine.
A gold mine for movies.
Abuja is actually a gold mine for people like us because we have planted our feet already.
Okay.
So I came to Abuja. By God's grace, I was able to struggle then to set up the company as...
and this was when, in 2020?
Yeah, in 2020. I came to Abuja in 2019. I was with my friends until 2020. Then I started Rock Magic Eve. But before I started Rock Magic Eve, coming to Abuja, I called Chinedu Ikedeze and told him to please link me with someone here in Abuja that will put me through the business of filmmaking. So he connected me with Mr. Ifeanyi Onwura, who has been, he's also mostly known as Agility. He has been a strong hand. He has been supportive. He has been everything, He has really contributed to me getting here.
Awesome. Like this, the background story is a lot. It just goes to show how people can go from point zero to a point where something is actually happening in their dreams, right? So let's talk about the movies that you have co-produced, or the projects you have co-produced, and then talk a bit about Timini, and then we can start to talk about the business
of filmmaking.
Yeah, what does it take? If I wanted to start a business, I know I'll have to go through all that journey like you went through, but at what point would I have to get to start to talk about the business? But yeah, let's talk about the the production so far. So what has it been like making four or more productions?
Yeah. Okay. So the business of production, you don't have to go through what I went through to start the business of filmmaking. You can be a billionaire and start. Me, I have a particular calling. Let me call myself a pastor in the film industry.
Okay.
Yeah, I have a calling. I have a calling of to be a filmmaker, and not just any kind of filmmaker. That is why I had to go through that process.
Okay.
You understand? Because the kind of films I'm making are particular. Rock Magic Eve is about telling the African stories, reenacting our histories, because our histories are not really being taught in school. Even if they are being taught in school, it's also good if it's on visuals, where, because of the influence of film, people, our youths, young ones, watch it, and by the snap of a finger, they can tell you what happened to King Jaja of Ukbobo. They can tell you what happened at the gold coal mines in Enugu. They can tell you what happened between the Aguleri and Umuleri war.
Yeah, are these part of the things that you've done so far?
No, these projects. These projects will span into millions of.
Yeah, I mean, I personally, from how you've said them, I am really interested in history.
That is where we are going. That is our essence. That's the essence of Rock Magic Eve, actually. And we are getting there. So we are starting with telling stories that will create awareness. Rock Magic Eve is here. It's not here to teach you morals. We're here to put you in the shoes of the character, to make you feel what they're feeling, make you go through what they're going through, make you see what they're seeing. Just like you looking through their eyes, and at the end of the day, you'll be the one to say, okay, I blame this person, or I don't blame this person. You be the judge at the end of the day. So I feel that way is better, and that's why I think my calling is kind of different in the industry. So the 4 projects we've done, I co-produced with a very good friend of mine, a colleague from school as well. Holly Bolly, it's yet to be. There are plans for it, so that's where we also get into
the business.
Yeah, the business of filmmaking, and we also co-produced a documentary film with a journalist in Abuja here. Okay. Yeah, on peace building in Nigeria. And we have also co-produced, these co-productions, these jobs came from simply coming out to say, this is what I'm doing.
Yeah.
This is what I do. I do film, I do this. This is what I can do.
So,
you understand?
Saying this tells me that one of the first things anybody who is looking to do anything, including starting a movie production or company, is to come out and say, this is what I do.
Yeah, you have
this is
to.
What I would love
you have
to do.
You have to. Because you have to say it. People will look at you like, they will look at you, which is normal for them to weigh you by what they are saying. And they will give you a disbelief, and you have to prove it to them. So now, the next thing you need is just one chance. Because, trust me, from each project I co-produced is what led to my debut movie.
Oh, okay.
Because from the first co-production with Holly Bolly, that Holly Bolly was done in Enugu. And we went there as Rock Magic Eve. From there, it gave us the motivation. We further went into co-production with Angelium Creative Services on that documentary film. Now, we handle documentary films as well. We didn't say, because we are here to tell the African story. We won't. This is what we do, and documentary film is about something that borders on the development of Nigeria. You get? So we jumped into it. From there, it led into the connections that led to
your debut movie.
Our debut movie, Timini.
Okay. Awesome. So I will just reel out or highlight all of the things that you have said so far as a, lead up to starting a business. So first of all, it does seem like for whatever thing people need to do, they need to learn it. You have learned it. You went to school. You did it as a child. You have a passion for it. And then you have obviously come out to tell people that this is what you do. And that has led to you owning a production company.
Yes.
So how interesting has this been? What's the interesting part of owning film production?
Now, thinking about it now, brother, I won't lie to you. It's the challenges.
Challenges are interesting.
The challenges made it interesting because this is your passion. This is what you want to do, and you are just trying to just showcase what you can do. To just one opportunity to just do it. And you finally get that one opportunity. You understand? When you get the opportunity, you give it your all, definitely. So, but thinking back is those challenges. For example, getting into school, I wrote JAMB 3 times.
Okay.
And
you were specific about
that I want to study theater and film.
It's not that they gave you.
Yes, I was specific that I want to study theater and film.
Awesome.
So the challenges came with supplementary, going into other easier courses that your points are higher than. Right. Those times were very challenging because if I took it, I would have gotten the admission. But I stuck. I said, I want to study film. This is what I'm here to do. This is what I'm here. I'm on earth to study film. So that challenge, and also, like I told you, the challenge of going to far distances just to be a part of something.
Yeah.
Stressing yourself. Trust me, the hours in the bus, sometimes at night, I come back by 11. Trust me, it's not funny.
These challenges, let's bring it home to the business itself.
Yeah.
Right? What are the challenges of really just starting that business, a film production? This is not just about acting. It's not about acting for people. I mean, acting is a career path.
Yeah.
But if I wanted to have a film production, what challenges do I anticipate?
Well, film business it is diverse, just as other businesses are. People, you will not compare someone coming in with a lot of money into the film business with someone that just has his ambition and dreams and maybe just a registered company. You understand?
Okay.
Because it goes beyond playing your own part. Playing your own part in the essence, you have to set up your company. You have to make yourself legitimate. Mm-hmm. You have to be aligned with your government. Your government has to know that, yes, this business exists. Okay. The address is in so and so place. Because that's the first thing. You have to make yourself legitimate. You have to package yourself. You understand? And that is a challenge most people face. They just really want to start the business. Say, I'm doing this. Come to them and expect their friends to believe them. You understand? For example, if I have my website, I have this setup, I have that setup, which is not easy. It costs a lot of money. Not like a lot of money.
Finance is a huge requirement.
Yes, it's a huge challenge, which is money. Because from the very get-go, you must spend money, even to register your company, which is very, very important.
Are there partnerships that make this easier for filmmakers and film productions that can help people who are looking to start?
When you want to start, you're on your own, my brother.
Oh, wow.
You have to come out. Nobody's going to partner with you to open your company. You have to start up. If you're coming out as a company, you're coming out as a company. Another thing you can do, you can enter the business as an individual.
Okay.
You understand? But this time, if you're entering as an individual, if you are a film person, you also have the challenges of the right person to meet. Okay. To school you. For someone like me who went through the processes, along the line, I developed friends, I made contacts, colleagues, and all that. So it was very easy for me. I was coming to Abuja and said, boss, please link me to this, who will help me. He linked me to Agility. When I wanted to start my production, I called Agility, I won't start production. What are we going to do? He linked me to Jerry Amilo. He brought cast. The director that I brought DME, brought Bimbo, you understand?
That's for Timini, because I saw them on those.
That's what Timini. So that was how it happened. You have to be ready to listen to people, and you have to be sure you're with the right people. You should be sure you're with the right people and be ready to listen to them. Be ready to go back to them, to listen to them, even after you feel you've done it. Whatever it is you do, that's my policy. Yeah. Even, trust me, before coming here, I had this conversation with my colleagues who are also in the business. I was like, okay, tell me what you think about because that's how my life is. I feel that's how you get things right, when you have the minds of others. Yeah. Better than you in the field. So those are part of the challenges some people get, not meeting the right people. Those are part of the challenges. Yeah, you
like you said, you are lucky. You met with a lot of people.
Say I was lucky. You
did the work.
They were on my path. Because I walked through that path.
So it means a lot of people have their path. But then there is that path to hard work. You need to do the work. You need to seek out people. Yeah. Maybe find where productions happen and then ask questions. Yeah. Okay, so it means that there's a lot of questions to ask. There are a lot of questions to ask. Yeah. And there are a lot of people to meet in order to get this kind of thing started. Let's talk about Timini. It has been nominated, or selected for the TIFF. So I can't imagine. I saw the trailer, when you sent it over, and I really, really loved it. Yeah. Yes, you already mentioned how some of these people came, Bimbo, DME, and all. But what was the challenge like? Bringing them together. and making this particular movie, you know, and also what did you love about working with these people, you know, and the outcome of this movie?
Okay, yeah. So the major challenge I had was that I was more like a newbie in the industry.
But that was you've been here. You've been in
Yeah,
2020.
a newbie in the sense that to have such A-list acts,
Okay.
you know, people that get such A-list acts to come and produce, to come and be a part of the production are top producers, producers that, you know. So, but for someone like me, like, this guy is a producer, you know. So it was more like a challenge for me because they wanted to see what it would be like and what this guy would give, you know. But my content drew them and my director,
Okay.
you know. So that is one of the things. Having the right people with you, you know, it made them come. And trust me, these guys are professionals. It's not about what you're saying. These guys are professionals, both in the business and in real life. You know, DME was a great help, big help. He comes on set. If you're acting with him and you are falling short, he picks you up and brushes you and gives you that confidence and motivation that you need. That's the kind of person. Working with them was really awesome. There were challenging parts, missing flights and all that stuff. But in general, it was awesome. It was an awesome experience. It was a life-changing experience.
Yeah. If I may ask, what did it cost to produce a movie like that? Because people need to know what it typically costs to produce an average movie, what the timelines look like, you know, and the kinds of people you need to be talking to as it concerns finance. Was it funded by a bank? How did the whole funding thing go?
Yeah, so Timini cost about 13 million naira to produce to the final work.
Oh.
The final product. It cost about 13 million. But, well, approximately, it will be more, but let me just say approximately 13 million.
Okay.
Yeah, it won't be more than 14, but approximately 13.
Okay.
So, and the funding came from a lot of running around.
Okay, by you
yeah,
and the company.
me, yeah. I wrote letters, I wrote proposals, and I held a commissioning of the project where the interested investors came and I discussed the business with them. And I made them understand what they stand to benefit.
So far, would you say it has been profitable to your investors?
Well, movie is a patience game, and it's something you have to be truthful with to your investors. You can't tell investors that your movies are coming out, the money from your movies, you're making it immediately. Except the only time the money for your movies will come out like is with big platforms like Netflix streaming, because you've had the negotiation with them. They have that platform. Once they sell it, and they don't even pay. It won't come immediately. So the first thing, you have to be truthful, and that's something that is general in all business. You have to be very truthful. If you want to excel, you must be truthful. You must be true to your cause.
Okay.
Yeah, and you must have that. Let whoever that meets you see that determination that you want to achieve this particular thing. Yeah. So I had to talk to investors who were not really believing in me. They wanted to see, does this guy want to run away with my money? He's calling. But the actual budget was 7 million. But because we ran into costs, it got up to 13 million.
So it's not very predictable how much it will cost.
No,
you might have like a range.
It is. It was because it was our debut. So there were a lot of things we overlooked.
I see.
Yeah. So
and so what were those things that you overlooked? What are the things people need to look at or have a sense of when they need to make their first movie?
We overlooked the little details. Little details as like drone pilots, the drone, batteries, water, fuel, bus. When a flight is missed, rebooking of the flight.
So there is a lot of logistics.
Yeah. Then when it came to post-production, There were a lot of things we didn't inquire about that we had to put because of the standard of movie we wanted to do. And that's what I'm going to talk about in the business.
You were talking about the business.
Okay. So, the thing is, starting a film business, you have to be particular. You have to make research. You have to know what you're going into because the conventional industry is really vast. Media has grown into a diverse world where there's several sources of income, and if you are not specific, you are going to miss it, and you're going to lose a lot of money. You're going to lose value. You're going to lose, before you catch all those ones, it's take a lot.
By diversity in movie, are you talking about genres?
No. Apart from genres, platforms we have because you see TV, media, film industry evolved from cassettes to CD, DVD. We had phones. Like now we came to online platforms. Now we have streaming platforms, and now we have other online platforms like Facebook and YouTube. We have cable TV. That is where you are. So content for these platforms are different.
Okay.
Totally different. And now, if you want to be a filmmaker, that you want to go into the film business, you've set up your company and all that. Now you have to look at the kind of movies your company want to make. Do you want to make Pan-African movies that you take to festivals? Do you want to make cinema movies you take to the cinema? Do you want to make movies for online streaming platforms like Netflix, Amazon Prime, Hulu, Apple TV?
Can't you have one movie for all of these channels?
If you want to have a movie that can span through all channels, you're going to spend a lot of money.
Oh, I see. So the higher your budget, the more you can achieve.
So for indie filmmakers, we are very specific about where we are going to. As a company, you can decide to make a particular story for this and make a particular story for this. For example, the Timini we made was to sell on streaming platforms.
Okay.
Now, so we had to do it to meet all those specifications.
Okay.
Now, the movie we're trying to do a movie for cable TV. You understand? So now, the budget is definitely different.
Oh, it's different, I see.
Now, if you look at cable TV is, their stories are mostly dramas with little of action, mostly one scene, highest 2-3 scenes, all around, revolves around 2-3 people, which makes it because it was a strategy by marketers in the decades back to make money. They can shoot 4-5 films, to just make money. So, and it became something the Nigerian audience adopted. So that is what is working now. And we are making beautiful stories from there too.
Okay, so for business, I mean, anyone who's going to business is definitely looking at what they are going to get out of the business.
Yes.
This is a yes or no question.
Yeah.
Making movies in Nigeria, is that profitable?
Yes, it is profitable.
Okay.
It's profitable if you are direct, if you are particular about what you want to do. Okay. So if for example, people like if you're doing movies for online platforms, that's where you see people like Sabalo and all those guys coming to do skits. If you go to one person's Facebook profile or YouTube profile, you can see over 5,000 skits.
What does government think about movies? What are the regulatory frameworks around movies, making movies,
government
and movie production?
Also, for the Nigerian government is movie friendly. They believe in the capacity and the capabilities of social media being a tool for promoting the Nigerian culture, being a tool for entertainment as well as information, awareness. They believe in that. That's why we have the government set up platforms like avenues like Bank of Industry, and the Goodluck Jonathan's regime was very favorable to the Nigerian film industry. They sent a lot of producers out of the country for training, and we believe the Tinubu administration too will be friendly as well, because we have the Ministry of Creative Arts, the Ministry of Youth Development, who are really keen and passionate about, how we can use film and media to both empower, because it will pay them. Like on my set, we have over 200 people, and 90% of them are youths. So we are both paying them, and they are being a part of something. You understand? So
fantastic. Yeah. I am sure that we cannot have enough of talking about film, movies, and everything around this media.
Yeah.
We would definitely love you to talk more about this some other time. But now we are a bit out of time. Before we wrap this up, however, let us run through all of the steps. Maybe like a list.
Okay.
I want to start a movie in Nigeria. This is what I need to do. I will call the numbers, and you would say what it is. Number 1.
You have to know your craft.
Number 2.
You have to work with the right people.
Number 3.
You have to know the kind of production or project you want to do at a particular time, if it's for a particular platform.
Number 4.
Number 4, you have to make the right contacts.
Number 5.
Number 5, you have to create quality content.
I think there should be a number 6. If you've talked about quality content, then number 6, there should be a number 6.
Number 6 is you must go through the process of distribution, because there's something called post-production and there is box office distribution. That is where the money comes back. And just to round up, I want to say something about film making and how the revenues come in. Filmmaking is close to gold, if not more than gold, because one thing we always advise is investors should use the names their children can inherit from, because as long as a movie, a project is selling, you will keep making money. In 10 years, 15 years, 20 years, a new film company can come out and they will buy all the movies all over again. They will buy your own. So any platform, and now there are several platforms you can sell your movie. That's why even people that do movies for cable TV, they up their standard a bit, so that after the cable TV buys their project, they can also, after the deal is over, they can sell it to other people. And after the deal is over, and they can settle it down.
We have to run.
It's a forever thing.
Yeah, so the long and short of this, summary of this is, number 1, it's definitely not easy to get into a movie. You have to do your work, but then it is very, very profitable when you plan it right.
Yeah, when you do it right.
Thank you so much, guys, for listening to us. I'm sure you have learned a lot. If you're thinking about starting something in movies, you can definitely do that. You should keep your passion alive, knowing that people who are here, like Onyedikachi, RockLaswag, started from acting drama in school to this point. Thank you so much. All the best.